this is a simple self-healing practice. All you need is your hands, some water, and a willingness to listen. And it starts with listening to our own spirit. So before we start, have your water, place gratitude into the water before we sip. And it's that gratitude that we will then ingest and digest. Thank you, water. So we'll start with the simple intention for this practice is to place the light of our awareness and healing energy from our hands into the waters and fascia of our digestive system. And this includes our enteric nervous system, which is our gut brain, our vagus nerve, which is the 10th cranial nerve that connects the brainstem all the way down through our viscera to our legs, the inner legs. Anything that could be going on with our digestion, we don't have to know. We're going to surrender and enter into the place of healing that is beyond our thinking mind. Again, this is self-healing. So invoking your higher self, your spirit, your intuition to guide this session. And the waters and the light within are doing the healing. But the healing is being directed and instructed on this level of our spirit. So, pretty simple. And we'll begin by close your eyes, a few deep breaths. Allowing our awareness to drop further into our bodies. Notice how our body is being held by the earth. This gravitational field always here to bring us into contact with our great mother, our great Mother Earth. And soften the space between the eyebrows. Relax the jaw. Allowing our own active imagination to guide this self-healing and to know that there is no getting it right. There is no needing to see or feel or experience anything specific. But in this moment, we can invoke our own creative intuition and imagination to communicate with us directly to support this self-healing for our digestive system. To place that intention with this practice. And we can ground that by imagining a symbol, whatever symbol comes up for you. And if one doesn't, it can be simply that of a tree. And And this symbol we'll place into our pelvis to ground into our body. The symbol for representing vital, healthy, digestive system. And from our pelvis, allowing gravity to just hug us a little deeper into the support of earth. And with our imagination, we'll start to ground this through our legs, through feet, down through wherever you are located. And allowing this contact of this grounding energy, the symbol we're going to bring all the way through the layers of earth. Allow this to be smooth, gentle, rooting down and down through the earth, through the layers of soil and rock and mineral and deep waters, until we get to the very center and core of our Mama Earth. And when we're there, again with our imagination, connecting this symbol for what our spirit is showing us for healthy digestion, to connect with the center of earth, to connect with the very heartbeat of Mama Earth. And here is where we can start to dial in how much more grounding or lightening we may need in this moment. And from this center of earth, we travel, we establish that connection and we stay with that grounding, and then we travel back up through the various layers of earth with Mama Earth's connection and energy coming back through our feet into our legs and into our pelvis with just the right instructions and nutrients needed for our own specific body at this current time, whenever we're practicing, whichever day, whichever age, trusting that just the right cocktail of nutrients is coming back into our body in this moment from our Great Mother. And then from this ground, we lift up through the trunk of our spine and continuing this line of energy up through the pelvis, through the area of the viscera, our gut, our digestion, up through our heart space, through the throat, through the center of the head, and then up and out the top of our head, and like a fountain cascading back down and around in three-dimensional, like a big cascading energy, making this torus around our body. It looks like the shape of an apple. And from this vertical line of our spine, connecting now with our imagination up even further from our head, and continue as far as feels good to you, to connect and invite in your own higher self, spirit, guidance. And in this place, you can invite in any support, seen and unseen, to be with you for your own self-healing practice today. It can be simply calling in the wisdom of the Great Mother, the wisdom of her waters, the intelligence of water, to bring our own body into the optimal vitality in our digestive system. And so from this place of ground all the way to the center of earth and our vertical line as far up as we feel comfortable. It could be just above our head, it could be all the way up in the cosmos. This vertical connection, then we establish our own shield of energy where we have sovereignty and choice to create this space for our own body's highest outcome of healing today. And this is a shield that protects and guards this sacred space that we are creating around our body at this time, that invites and welcomes only the energies that are here to support this highest healing. Now bringing our hands together in front of the heart. Now connecting to our heart's intelligence. Our heart coming into contact now with our hands, which are extensions of our heart. And from this space of supreme love, pouring this healing, creative energy into our hands that is coming from Source. This light of awareness, this light of consciousness, now placing into our hands from this place of love, from this place of Source. Inviting our hands to see, to feel, to hear, and whatever else on a multidimensional level, allowing our healing hands to do this self-healing body practice today for our digestive system. Connecting this light with the light within our fascia, our own liquid matrix of crystalline intelligence, and the light within our waters. And from this healing touch, we start to let our own intuition and spirit guide us. So I'll begin by guiding, and then I'll leave a space for you to truly listen and attune. Okay, so some of you may imagine with your insight golden energy between your hands. Again, there's no getting this right or wrong. And we'll place this golden energy of healing now into the area of our mouth, the beginning of our digestive system. So hands can go to the place over our mouth. Continuing to breathe and notice ground and center. Placing this healing love into the salivary glands, allowing that incredible place of water to support our digestive system, starting with our saliva. Our tongue, whatever we are choosing to ingest, this is the beginning, this portal of our mouth for our digestive system. And now placing our hands onto the throat, the esophagus, this channel that continues our digestive process. This incredible tube that continues to travel all the way through this whole system, but placing hands with loving, healing touch on our esophagus. What are we swallowing? Supporting that function of the beginning from the salivary glands, breaking down whatever we're choosing to ingest, and then the swallowing. And placing now this continued channel of esophagus down through under the rib cage and to where our stomach is. Placing loving, healing touch here. The gastric fires of our stomach. Attuning and listening to now this place within our digestive system where we begin to break down whatever we chose to swallow. Your left hand can stay on your stomach, right hand can move over to the liver, which is on the right hand side under the rib cage, and to just attune to these accessory organs to our digestion is the liver, the gallbladder on the left side, wrapping around under the stomach and under the rib cage, the pancreas. So with this whole mid section snug under our ribs and poking underneath it, these organs form kind of a horizontal shape across our midsection. And there's a band of fascia here too. So we can also attune our hands to this horizontal ring of fascia Breathing into this space, sending love and energy to the waters, to the fascia, to the intelligence of our liver, gallbladder, stomach, pancreas. And then bringing our healing hands from the stomach, that continued channel now into the small intestine, which is a circuitous, winding path of our bowels. And this is where this in the large intestine is where a lot of the body's serotonin is created. So breathing into this whole maze, this labyrinth of our small intestines, and here is where the majority of our nutrients are absorbed. So important to stay hydrated because the waters plays a big part in this place of our small intestines absorbing back into our blood the nourishment from whatever we swallowed. So placing that loving, healing touch now to this whole area of our small intestines. Perhaps softening here, allowing more space for this very important function that is connected to bliss. So again, our hands are sending healing, loving energy, this golden light from the source of our heart, from the source of divine love, through our hands, attuning to the waters and the fascia of our digestive system. And here in the intestines too, we have our enteric nervous system, our second brain. Although I wouldn't rank it, because this really is our ancient, wise, feminine intelligence that moves slower. So our parasympathetic nervous system of rest and digest comes in, but that's where we access bliss. This is where we get to connect more to our body and our vagus nerve allows our heart rate and digestion to really function well. So softening and allowing this intelligence to take center stage. And now bringing our healing touch to the area of our large intestine. There's these three parts, the ascending colon on the right side, the transverse colon, and the descending colon on the left side. So we'll start with the ascending colon. Now this is the journey of our digestion where that which we don't need to absorb starts to be sorted and continuing this path where we eliminate. So this discerning of what we don't need to hold on to. And again, here is also where serotonin is produced. So that process of discerning, of letting go, can be pleasurable. Then we travel to the transverse, just the area under the rib cage, going across from right to left, continuing this pathway along the large intestine. Why having water here is so important to keep this flowing and moving. And then the descending colon from the left rib cage down on the left side, that final journey of our colon. And again, the bliss of sorting and letting go. And now we'll place our hands just to the lower part of our abdomen and imagine now sending this loving, healing touch and energy from our descending colon through the rectum, and that final channel of this entire pathway of our digestive system as we release and eliminate. Good. And now this will be some time for your spirit to guide any further place along this pathway, for your hands to go back to and attune, send and listen to that area. Intending for the self-healing energy, connecting to our own waters, for the optimal function and vitality of our digestive system. So I will be quiet for these few moments for you to now attune and listen and move from that place. as we're sending loving golden energy, we can also be intending the places that have been stuck or stagnant or blocked, any energy that we are releasing, to send that all the way through the grounding, to compost, to transmute, to release it lovingly. So this vital energy now comes in. So anytime there's a moment of, whoop, we just release with love and that bliss, send it down so it can transmute. We don't need to stay in the story of whatever we are feeling in our body. We just come back to the sensation, come back to breathing and feeling ground. Just a few more minutes here, for a few more moments, knowing that there can always be more. You can always come back to this. Okay, now we'll bring our hands in front of our heart, giving thanks to the waters within, giving thanks to the intelligence of our waters, to the intelligence of our Mama Earth, giving thanks to our own spirits guiding our self-healing, giving thanks to the digestive system and our enteric nervous system and our vagus nerve, giving thanks to any support that may have come in today. And we bring that gratitude into our hands and place it back over our bellies, into the waters within. And if your eyes are still closed, we'll very slowly start to open and drink in the light. And now we'll place our hands with that same gratitude to the water to drink, to further metabolize and absorb and integrate this healing session, to drink this water from this place of gratitude. Thank you, water. And again, this is very simple, can happen anytime. You could be laying down at night, place that love into your hands. For me, I felt so much heat towards the end, and so we all have this ability. We all have this ability to connect to that light, to the waters, and to this intuitive wisdom. So be gentle as you transition back into whatever you're doing. And again, this is a practice that can be anywhere, anytime, to bring that love and healing energy into your digestive system.
Thank you, water. Thank you. See?